What's up, guys? So we're going to meet right now in the Evo. I really feel like switching to English. I've been thinking about it for maybe a couple of weeks now, and I think it's the move to do, or at least what I want to do with this YouTube channel. So I would like to start with apologizing to all of you native English speakers, because this is probably going to be a bit shit English, to be fair. Right now we're heading to like the first car meet of this summer. It's not really a big meet, it's just a friend of mine who has this Facebook group which we plan some meets and go to track days and etc. Because lately the meets here in Sweden have been pretty trash, and just a bunch of people really drinking in a parking lot with shit cars. And my friend Ante, he wanted to do something different and like have real car meets. We're just going to meet up a couple of people here at the gas station, and maybe later we'll go for a cruise. Anyway, we're just heading to the meet, so I'll start rolling the footage from there.
Set my heart on fire.
Yeah, so we made it here. It's just a couple of my mates, really. I know all of the people here except for that guy with the GTR. But I thought I could show you the cars. This is my friend's Daily. He drives a E30 M3 replica registered turbo car as his fun car. Don't know where he has that. This is Axel, his chaser, and his girlfriend's S13. This is Ante, who has this group, Ringel Racing, his Subaru. To be honest with you, I kind of feel bad that I'm here with an Evo and don't have a faster car than him. This thing's pretty fast. I think he got second place in a Nordic Time Attack event recently. It has really nice suspension on it, and wheelwood brakes all around. So this car absolutely and yeah, I believe it's way faster than my Evo. We haven't raced, but I could tell. This is my friend Rasmus R32 Skyline GTST. Used to be a show car before. This is Samus GT86. He just put bags on it. It looks sick as fuck. I was asking him when we came here, like, are you still on coilovers, man? Because that thing is dirt nasty low right now. And yeah, for those of you who haven't seen it, I recently took my Evo out of storage because it's been in winter storage. And now it's here, it's all working great, no problems. I just changed the oil, took her out. I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a lot of work to be done, like small minute things to do to it, like we're missing a bit of the front grille here. I would like those black instead, also the blinkers cracked, etc. But for those of you, I guess for those of you who are not from Sweden, you might not know this, but I worked on this car for a long time to have it like this. So I feel really glad that it works and I can drive it, because it sat in the garage for 3 years, and there's a lot of small things to be done to it, but we'll do that soon. And I also just ordered some sick parts for it, but I'll show in another video when they arrive. And this is my friend's S14. This is kind of the first time I see him out driving it. I've seen him outside his shop, because he has a shop right next to mine, and I think he has had this for a really long time. The exterior needs some work, but the interior is straight fire, really nice. Also has a aftermarket ECU with the phone there. And yeah, this GTR I've never seen before. Looks like a though with the Toyo tires on. Might be doing some tracking with that. Ultra zoom. That's the sneakiest camera rig I've ever seen. The thing with the meets here in my town is that this is actually a pretty small town in Sweden. Not really that small, I think it's like the 13th biggest town in Sweden. But there aren't a lot of cool cars here, so we don't really see them that often. So basically all of the cars here I know the owners of them. So it's not really exciting in that way to see all of the cars because I've already seen them. Maybe if they've done some new mods or things, but yeah, like I know the people. So it's just kind of the friends hanging out. And I also have a perfect example of this. If you see that shit American car over there, that's the thing like we're trying to avoid. Mostly not the people who drive American cars here. There are people who just drive really nice or maybe drag built American cars here. But then there's also a lot of people who drive really clapped out American cars. That one is not bad at all actually, to be kind of a party car, so to say. But that's kind of what we are trying to avoid in this meet. He's just filling up gas, so it doesn't really matter. But the thing about car meets here in Sweden is that there's usually just a lot of people drinking and not really a car meet. This is more just nice cars and a bunch of guys hanging out like it should be. This is more like a shit car that you get drunk with your friends in, and there's nothing really wrong with that, I would like to say, but the thing is that they leave a lot of trash, play really loud music in the city when it's nighttime, and all of us car people we get a bunch of flack for that. We get a bunch of shit, so car meets get shut down, parking lots get shut down, we can't do it anywhere, and that's why we're trying to avoid it and have real car meets, if that's even a thing. I don't know if that's a problem where you all are coming from, but here it is anyway. I also don't know how many people I can get to talk in this camera because yeah, people here are accustomed to talk Swedish. So this is actually pretty sick. This just pulled up. I think I've seen this one time before. Pretty loud, so it's kind of hard to speak in here. And if you're wondering what's done to the engine on this one, it's just I guess you would call it a stage 1, so it's just a shift and 0.9 bars of boost, so it's not really that fast, to be honest. But it's a fun car and it's stiff as shit, very shit ride, but it's nice in the twisties. So now we're going out for a cruise, and this is actually pretty cool. I think this is like the biggest jump train, or what you would call it, that we've had in this town. Because as I said earlier in that clip, there aren't really that many cars like Japanese cars around. So this is basically all that we got. Summer has just begun here, so this is really like the first car meet where we actually have pretty nice weather. I don't know how cold it is outside, I don't have any thermometer, but you can actually be outside like without a jacket or something. This looks so sick. It's actually pretty funny when you think about it, because this is the first English speaking video I make, and we're having a car meet at IKEA. Leo, bike check.
Yes.
What's this?
Orange.
Orange.
Yes.
Yeah, so fun fact, Leo's never had a kickstand before.
It's so nice plast.
Oh shit, the headlights plast.
Yes, the bestest plast.
Pop a nasty wheelie, my guy.
Här.
Yeah, so the police bus just arrived, so we're getting the fuck out of here. I don't think they'll actually care that much. Yeah, so I heard from a friend who was here maybe 2 weeks ago, and he actually got ticketed for like only parking here. And that's one of the bad things with like trying to have meets here and what I spoke about earlier, because the only reason they put up that sign and made it illegal to be in the parking lot, I mean, it's even like illegal for regular people. The only ones who can park here is like campermen, like campers and etc. And the only reason for that is all of the trash that's being left out after these car meets. Got pretty stressful there because I have my, like, something is wrong with the wiring in this car, because when I moved the battery, I did a battery relocation to the rear, and now when I have like the cables on the battery, it's always the lights and everything are always on for some odd reason. So I just did some shit with the wiring, you know, and I have a power switch in the rear which I have to switch on, and for some reason I've had some cars with really bad batteries. This one's brand new, but I'm always scared to leave it with power on so I don't run out of use when I try to go. So I had to first pop the trunk, get that done, take the camera off the gimbal, throw the gimbal inside the car. Luckily I have a nice girlfriend which took the gimbal for me. But I mean, I really do believe that when there's this many cars, they would just say, just leave the parking lot. But you never know. Sometimes they can be real assholes about it. At least this car is completely road legal.
Vad hänt med världen?
Leo, the police is arriving.
Oh no.
Bacon. What
Yeah.
they say, I think it's a pretty sick build. Look at the lights on the top. Yeah, the LEDs.
Oh shit.
Oh,
That's some
shit.
expensive shit though.
Yeah.
Is that Wish though?
Maybe.
Damn.
I don't think that's genuine, my guy. Tax money doesn't pay for that. There's some eBay lights, my guy. Oh shit.
Oh, skattesmitare.
Yeah.
A tax crime? Is that some tax fraud? I don't accept that in my country.
Yeah. So my boy here, Joel, apparently forgot to pay the road tax. Axel, what do you think about my boy Joel committing tax crime? The Swedish Socialist Party is after him.
Yes.
Can you give your opinion on the Swedish car culture?
Charts. It's all about the bumps in your heart.
So, now we're back in the shop. Car meet was all wrapping up and my girlfriend has to go to work tomorrow and she had her car outside of here. So I drove her back here and yeah, felt like the meet was kind of dying out, so yeah, I felt like quitting. Give a quick wash to the car. It's funny because I've become such a stickler to washing it. Like, I have driven this car once, I think, without washing it afterwards, because I really haven't had this nice of a paint job on any car, and I just recently paid a lot of money to get it like this, so I'm not gonna f it up, boys. So I don't really know about this car meet thing. I usually don't film too many car meets because I don't think it's that interesting, and it's kind of hard to film to make a good video. But whatever, I've been really feeling the YouTube vibe lately, and I really want to get back into making videos, so I think now's the time, boys. I'm finally in a better financial situation than last year, and I feel like this is like the time for me to take this a bit more seriously. We'll have to see if I do, but I really think so. And I got some great plans and some great parts coming for the Evo, which we'll put on it soon. And one of them I have been wanting for this car since I first got it, or rather since I first drove it, because yeah, you'll have to see later, but it'll be really nice to put that on. And also then later I think we can go to some track days this summer, or at least some, you know, autocross. And I've never done that with like a fast car. I've done it with a 90 horsepower Sunny, and that was really fun. So I think it would be really nice to try it out with the Evo, and we have some things coming for it. I also just want to say, I know if this is the first video you watch that I put out, I've had this car for like 4 years now, I think, and it sat in the garage for almost 3 years because I was doing some stuff with it, like taking down the rear subframe, fixing a bunch of issues, powder coating, zinc plating. It also had to go to paint, and I also had to afford all of this shit, so the car hasn't really been driven too much, and last year I drove it so little it feels kind of bad, so now this year I'm trying to go out and drive it as much as possible. And actually now it's the only real street legal car I own. The Mercedes that I had blew the turbo some days ago, so leaks so much oil, I'm scared it catches on fire if I drive it. So I've just been trying to enjoy this car, and man, it's so good. Like, I drove this thing about 900 kilometers the first year I got it, and then it sat in a garage for almost 3 years of me modding stuff with it, and I've never really ridden Evos before that. It just felt like this was the perfect car for me, and I got kind of scared that I wouldn't enjoy it when I was done, like maybe I want some other car. But I think I picked the right one, boys. I just love driving Evos. They're such good handling cars. You just stick to the road. Feels like I can take a turn however fast I want. It's really fun. Man, I enjoy this. I just wanted to share that with you. I don't know why, but last year it didn't really click to me as much as it's done this year. I just really love this car. And man, it looks so sick. And with the things we're going to do to it this year, it'll be f***ing awesome. If you wonder what the sound is, I think my neighbor is having a rave in his shop. But I really feel like it's gonna be a sick year. And I hope you liked this video, even though it was in English and my English is probably really bad. I just really feel like this is the move for me to make this year, and I want to start making videos in English instead of Swedish. So I hope you guys from Sweden still like it. Other than that, in the description you have links to my Instagram and whatever if you want to follow there. There's also my Patreon page if you want to go there and support me. We have a Discord chat and everything. It's really fun. And other than that, I haven't got much to say. Like the video if you liked it. If you thought it was shit, you can leave a dislike. And I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day, boys. See you in the next one. Bye.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true.